Hello, today we're going to be having a quick look at the Dahua switches. It's a little 8-port switch, 8-port PoE, it's actually 10 ports, and it's a cloud managed switch as opposed to a normal managed switch, which is all doable. What that means is Dahua have got the DoLynk Care website. It's their cloud managed platform, and on it you can add a site. Indeed, in this training room example here, I need to add some devices, and the device I'm going to add is this little network switch. I can, if I want to, get at it from the local IP address, which is on here. How did I know that? We know that from the config tool, because I'm running the config tool on the same network. It's identified the IP address, and I can go and log in. I've already initialized it, so technically I can log in right now. And you can have a quick look at the interface. And there we go. I've already enabled the cloud management of it, so it's ready to go to the cloud platform. And we can do all sorts of things in here as usual. And we can also see what's connected and how much data they're pulling and how much power they're pulling. I've got two devices connected on port 1, port 8. I've got my connection to an NVR on one of the ports, and the uplink onto the internet goes on the last port. So let's get started, and let's go right ahead and add a device. Luckily, I'm on the local network, so I'm going to search the local area network for the switch, and I will find it there. There's a whole bunch of other stuff there that it finds too, but that's the one I want to add to the device, to the cloud. I'm going to stick it in my existing site, and I'm going to click next, of course. I do need to give it the password I've already initialized it with, so I'm going to do that right now. And it'll find it, and it says, yeah, that's successful, thank you very much. And now that switch now will appear in my sites. So let's just take that off of there, give that a bit of a refresh by clicking away again and coming back in, and then I've got a device there online pending delivery. But that's it for now. I'm going to go and explore some other features in a second or two when we get back to it. Right, let's continue this and just have a quick look at some of the other devices we've got on the network. As I said, we've got a number of devices. There's a few cameras, and there's an NVR there, and in particular what I'm more interested in is the little PTZ. So let's go and have a look through the cloud. So on the device lists for the site we have, we're going to add in another one. But before we do that, let's just have a look at the topology. If I click on here, it'll show me what's connected to that network switch. And you can see here it's identified three things. So let's go and see if we can identify item that's plugged into port 8. It ends in 85BB. We can quickly go back to the Dahua config tool, and we can have a look at the MAC addresses identified. There we go. 85BB is the little mini PTZ. So let's just go and add it. So what we do is we just have a quick look at details. I'm going to show you another way to do it, really. And there's the serial number. So we can copy the serial number for now. Let's get rid of that information. We'll go back to the devices, and we'll go back to add a device. And as I said before, we can set the LAN, which is obviously a very easy way. I'll make it slightly harder for myself. And we'll go and paste in the serial number, especially if you're not on site. So this one's a mini PTZ. And I'm going to put the password in because I've already enabled it. We can click OK. It'll go and find it, give it a name. Right, let's just go and have a look at the PTZ. Now we've added it. We can have a look at the live images, would you believe? And that looks pretty good straight away. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to go and add some more devices. So let's just go and search the LAN this time and start the search off. And it'll do a little look around the LAN. So we're going to go and add the NVR. Happens to have some cameras on it. I'm not allowed to look at them unless I add them or I give it the password. We'll skip that stage for now. We'll just go straight ahead and add the device to the cloud. And we're going to tell it's on the site in the training room. Usual stuff. Up there. That says completed that. At the same time, I'm going to add the bullet camera that I've also got connected into the same one of the ports of the network switch. Same deal. Add your password. And that says complete. Continue there. Connected to the cloud. That's great. We'll just disconnect all that. We will go and give it a bit of a refresh, telling us we've got these all currently on there, and I can have a look at the topology now. Topology will have changed a little bit. We should see, there you go, some nice information there. We've got the MVR looking at us now. We can even look at the little pictures, and it'll tell us what the images look like on all the channels. So if you've got multiple channels, it'll scroll through them. We can always go and have a look at the bullet camera too. There we go, bullet camera's pointing out there. And that's it. That's it done. You've got the topology, right? You've got the devices here. We can always investigate each device. Now that we've got what we're logged on, we can have a look at some of the camera images on there. We could go ahead and do a little bit of configuration. It tells us a little bit about the channels on the recorder. We can always restart the recorder from here if we really want to. We can even do a little bit of configuration. So it's going to ask me to link some software to it, and we should be able to do a little bit of remote configuration of the recorder. And it's already taken me into the login page for the recorder. So let's, because I know the username and password, we should be able to do remote login. And there we go. It's allowed me through the cloud straight to the recorder web page. It's not quite the same as it was previously, but that looks good to me. I'm going to exit out of that there. I'm just going to show you one more thing, which is to do with the network switch. And I'm going to go over to the details tab. You've got all the information there. You've got its local IP address, its serial number, etc. But if we click on one of the ports, we can have a look and see how much data is coming through the port. We can even give the port a description. And if we really want to, we could restart that port if we're having some issues with it and enable some of the other features of the network switch. So I hope that's given you a bit of an overview of the DoLynk Care app and how powerful it can be in conjunction with some of the Dahua cameras and recorders. I hope that's helped. I'll catch you later.